Hi guys, how's it going? Are you coming up or what? I know, I know. You know that. I know. You know that Dieter's is feeling anxious, aren't you? Don't you? Yeah. Welcome to Pug Hub, everyone. I really should have grabbed a drink. Whoa. What's up, guys? Mark, TNT to Goat 2, Broken Speaker, Joseph Barbato, and Jarek Riddick. Welcome, guys. Well, a whole bunch of other people coming in, too. Appreciate you guys showing up. This is a very impromptu live. This is just kind of a chill hangout talk one. I don't know what's happening with this one. I'm just feeling a little bit anxious tonight, a little bit minor anxiety attack, and thought, well, I will jump on here because this always takes my mind off of things. So really appreciate you guys tuning in and being there. So have you seen the Netflix movie Oxygen? No. Oh, Oxygen. Yes, I did watch that. Good movie. What's got you anxious? Jarek, I get that anxiety feeling. I'm planning for a lesson right now. Yeah, I get anxiety with a few things. One of them is planning trips, and I am actually planning a trip, which once the border opens up, I don't know if it's July 5th or July 21st now, but I'm making a trip to the US, and I'm going to be in the Chicago area for about a week. So if you guys are in the Chicago area and want to meet up, by all means, let me know. Shoot me a DM or an email at trekyards@hotmail.com. Going to be meeting up with a few people, probably even driving down to see Anti-Trekker for maybe a day or so. I think that's something that might be fun as well. But I always get anxious when I start to plan a trip. Every trip is like this. This one has no flights though. So this one will be me driving down. It's about a 6-hour drive. Like I said, I'm staying for about a week. I just need to get out and hold on one second. So like I said, I'll be in the Chicago area. I'll be visiting Joe, one of the admins from the Trekyards group. I'll be visiting Chris Pico, the old ass retro gamer. It's just going to be like a captain's holiday kind of thing. You know, now that I'm double vaccinated, now that the borders are open, now that things are kind of getting back to normal. Just one second, guys. See if we get some mods in here. So yeah, I'll probably want to meet up with a few people in the Chicago area or nearby. Like I said, I will be there for about a week. maybe a bit longer, but I want to take a couple days just to myself to kind of chill out. Nothing's wrong, so don't get that feeling. Don't feel like there's something wrong. Like I said, I just get really super anxious about things like this when I just start planning. For some reason, this one's really kicking me in the nuts. I don't know if it's just because I haven't traveled in a long time. Plus, I don't know what's going on with border restrictions and all that bullshit. But I really feel like I need to just get out. And this is going to be like the end of September. So I'm thinking like, I forget what the dates were. Like either the last 2 weeks of September kind of thing. I'm not sure whether it be the last week of September or the week before, but it'll be around there. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and kind of get my mind off of things. Hey, Fleet Pod, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, there's just a lot on my mind. So one of my coping mechanisms is actually doing lives or making videos. I haven't felt like making videos in a while. That's why you haven't seen much edited content from me as far as reviews go or anything like that. But I will be doing those soon. So again, this goes back to one of the other lives that I did where I kind of apologized for not having any Eagle Mouse reviews or anything new like that for a while now. So they'll be coming back, don't worry. Now, with this trip being the end of September, it's going to be during new Star Trek. So it's going to be during Lower Decks, possibly just as Discovery's starting as well. And I'll still be making the content. I'll still be filming with Samuel while I'm away. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I know it probably doesn't make much sense to anybody, but doesn't make any sense to me either. But here I am, regardless. So, Mark says this is a great community, and I'm glad to be here. Yeah, it is a great community. Joseph, hey Captain Foley, what do you think of the best? What do you think the best remastered TOS episode is visual effects wise? I think it's got to be the Doomsday Machine. I would probably agree with you. Either that or the Enterprise incident was also really good. Ultimate Computer. There's a few really good ones. Somers Matthews is in Chicago, so that's good. Multi-Gun Man, I really like that transporter and warp core display in the background. Very cool. Thank you. Jared Riddick, we need to get you out to Utah one of these days. Oh yeah, I plan on visiting kind of all over the place at some point because I would like to meet up with a lot of you guys. Your boy Milesy checking in here for you, brother. Thank you, Jadek. CJ the dad. What's going on? You okay? Just turned in. I am okay. I'll live. Yeah, I'm just not quite myself today. I'm not sure why. But 35 people are here with no scheduling of this live. It's just you guys are here, which is great. And that's 23 likes. Hit that like button if you haven't already. David Bessick, hey Cab, hope you're doing good. I am David. You know how bad my general anxiety disorder is, so I feel you. I sometimes go through multiple. Yeah, I was considering playing Call of Duty or something. That's the only thing that takes my mind off of things. Maybe even streaming it. And then I'm like, no, I just feel like chilling out and sitting and chatting with you guys, possibly. And I didn't. You're not getting the other view with the L-cars and stuff. I just didn't want to feel like setting that up right now. So, hope this is okay. Hope you don't mind. Vance says, hey Cap, I saw a recent article TOS wouldn't have happened without Lucille Ball's backing, even to the point of overriding Desilu's financial officers. Yep, Miss Lucille Ball is the reason that we have Star Trek. So that is amazing. She's the first lady of Star Trek. Broken Speaker actually really enjoys Chicago. Spent a few days there a couple of years ago. Rode the train out to Naperville, and getting off there was like stepping into the movie Pleasantville. Captain Chili Bean, hi Cap. Sorry you're feeling anxious. That sucks. But no, we're all here for you. Yeah, and that's why I want to do this live, because I know that you guys are, and I really appreciate that. So. What is your pug's name? Precious. This is her down here. The real pug is up here today. Precious. Thank you, Fleet Pa. PB Seymour, I bought the Eagle Moss Enterprise D model. First time I've seen the model in my hand. The disc is a lot fatter than I thought. Mark says, I don't think I ever saw the original version of the Enterprise incident. It had three V11 Stormhawks, or basically Klingon D7s. At least with the remastered one, they put in one of the Birds of Prey from Balance of Terror, and then two of the Klingon D7 style. Whoop whoop, you're gonna have a great time here. Chicago is beautiful in the summertime, and if you bring your short shorts, I'll take you out clubbing in Boys Town. Rum all around. Well, short shorts won't be happening. I have cargo shorts though. Plus it's the end of September, so it might be a little bit chilly. But good to see you, whoop whoop. It's been 100 years since the Overlook Hotel, July 4th ball, 1921. Yes, it has. Never forget. Oh, get this. I went shopping yesterday and bought the Star Trek drinking mug. Star Trek Voyager beach towel was on discount, and got the Enterprise D Eagle Moss model. All looks awesome. Multi-gun man, Precious versus Sassy. Bird of Prey 5's Beagle. Who wins? Precious, obviously. Surak of Vulcan. Where did you get the cutaway Enterprise holster behind you? Got that at a Hobby Lobby in Port Huron a few years ago. It's a cutaway done by Michael and Denise Okuda, and it's actually on the cover of the Haynes manual for the Enterprise. So, Feed Me Seymour also got a Sherlock tee that was on sale. It's just a smiley face logo from the Sherlock series, but still good. Just tuned in and you are falling asleep. I'm not falling asleep. Geek in Review, will you be getting some pizza in Chicago? And if so, what will be on it? I will definitely be getting some famous Chicago-style pizza when I'm there. I got Joe who's going to show me some of the sites and stuff, plus Chris Pico and stuff as well. Like, there's a few people there that I want to see. Plus, we might have a Trekyards meet and greet night, which will be kind of fun. But yeah, as of right now, I feel very anxious about it, and I probably shouldn't. He's not falling asleep. He was using the chat on his iPad. Yes. Oh yeah, happy 4th of July weekend, guys. I forgot to point that out. We had Canada Day here on the 1st, which is Thursday, and I know it's the 4th of July weekend there, so hopefully you all are safe. Don't do anything too stupid. Don't blow your fingers off with fireworks. Don't drink and drive. Don't do anything that the captain wouldn't do. But the captain would do quite a bit. So, I don't know how you feel about that. Bryce is having a slow as fuck internet right now. May drop in and out tonight. Anyways, I have anxiety disorder too, and it's been high lately. But I can take benzos where I get it. I can't take benzos or I get addicted. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, I've had anxiety for years. It goes hand in hand with clinical depression. It hasn't really affected me a lot lately, but tonight, like, because I finally decided, like, I wanted to do this trip and whatever, waiting to hear kind of what the border situation is, but I needed to pick some dates, so I picked like the last 2 weekends in September. One of them is going to be the one, um, and yeah, so you guys don't need to hear my problems, but um, having picked the dates, and like I said, this happens every time I travel, and this one isn't so bad because there's no flights. I usually hate flights, not because I'm afraid of flying. I love flying, absolutely love flying. I almost got my pilot's license at one point, but um, the thing that bothers me with flights is making sure that you get to the airport on time, making sure you get to the right flight. This stuff always gives me anxiety, always has. Hoping that the flights don't get canceled and things get changed or your luggage gets lost, all that shit. So that's usually the biggest worry for me when I go traveling. However, this one's just going to be hop in my car, drive for 6 hours. The only unknown at this point is the border crossing, see how that's going to be. And then once I'm down there, have a plan of who to see, what day, what to do, So kind of got me a little bit shook, I guess. Bro, Linda, no need to feel ashamed about first days of school jitters. Uh, England won that match against Ukraine, meaning we're in the semifinals. We're in the semifinals. Woof. Sarah is here. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Love you, sweetie. Um, I feel you. She says, "Yeah, I know. I need to come out and visit you sometime too. Um, hope you're doing well." Fleetpaw, so that random Orion slave girl I picked up tonight. I should just, you know. Okay, okay. Richard says, "Hi, Captain. Haven't watched in a while. Hugs from across the Niagara River." Oh, thank you, Richard. By the way, we have the nicer side of the Niagara River. Just saying, the Canadian side of the falls is far superior. Bryce, if you put pineapple on Chicago deep dish pizza, I swear by Grapthor's hammer, I will unsubscribe. Well, I won't put pizza anywhere, or I won't put pineapple anywhere near a pizza because that's just wrong. So, no fear, no worries there. Hopefully, this isn't too dark. By the way, it looks really good here, but I suffer a lot of travel anxiety. Strangely, I don't get it in airports, but train stations, I have panic attacks. Do we need to hear your problems? No. But does it help you talk about them with us? Yes. And we don't mind, if I may be so bold to speak for the whole chat. Well, thank you, Fleet Pal. I appreciate that. Um, bum, bum, bum. Test anxiety. It's not too dark, but it isn't ideal. Well, now I feel like I've done something wrong and I need to maybe that won't last long. That's just the startup screen for the TV. Actually, what I'll do is, why isn't it ideal? I mean, it's not supposed to be like, hey, like top quality grade lighting conditions for videos. It's not what I'm going for. But anywho. What do you think of Loki? I think Loki's great so far. Multi-gun man, what? Pizza isn't pizza with without pineapple. All right, you're fired. Why would it do that? My Roku just decided to change the background without my permission. The theme? How dare it? There we go. Okay. Fleet Paw. Having seen both sides of the falls, I agree that the Canadian side is cooler. I don't dislike pineapple on pizza, but I wouldn't order it. Probably very low on the list of pizza. All right, there we go. So screensavers for my Roku here. Should I go with Naughty Schoolgirls, Egyptian Treasures, Tiny Boobs, MILF, Fireworks, Fireplace, Moon, Aurora Lights, Night Sky, In Our Solar System, Horror, Hubble Discoveries, Lightning, also the Star Trek ones. I'm going to go with Fireworks because it's 4th of July. Set as screensaver. There we go. The ambiance is fine, says Captain Shannon Murphy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, now go. Yeah. No, don't do that either. Sorry. Hold on, guys. I'll get right back to you guys. Don't you worry. Set a screensaver. And back. Oh my goodness. There we go. Jaddock Production says I stand by the captain who's with me. No one. It was good, sexy mood lighting. Perlinda, sorry, you asked, I answered. I'm not qualified to be the ship's counselor. I went to command route, as you can see, but I am a damn good shoulder to lean on. Just talk and I'll listen. Well, thank you. That's no Roku. It's a fake. I use the Nebula theme on Roku, as do I. Boobs on the YouTube fireplace. You had me at Naughty Schoolgirls or Night Sky. You can probably see some of the reflection. You'll see which one I picked. Maybe. If I change it from fireworks, I decided I don't want that. I'm enjoying the transporter lighting effect on warp drive. You can see clearly, Captain, no need to enhance. Thank you. Break out the marshmallows. Totally digging the warp core nightlight. Richard says, when you are anxious, do you try to calm your mind? He kind of reminds me of the episode where Tuvok tells Kes to imagine calming an ocean and to focus on that. I've actually tried it and it works. Phoebe Seymour posted a theory about Discovery and what Enterprise letters should exist. Did a bit of research, but I'm glad I'm not. But I am not an expert. A tip of my hat to the a tip of. Ugh, I tip my hat to the pro, but I came up with the NX 1701 AK USS Enterprise in Disco Season 3. The AK. Terry Farley, lots of fireworks. Isn't that the same episode? Kess melts his face off. Yeah, boils his goddamn blood. But okay, come on, bro. Okay. All right, and thank you, Sarah, for the message. Much appreciated. Um, Feeling that uneasy feeling, just imagine you're pushing a flat earther into an active volcano. I want to see Lower Deck Season 2 with the Review Enterprise fleet of every planet after Dominion War. Anyway, I'll let some of the chat get ahead of there for a while. So I got a lot of cool goodies over here for review and for look at. And I got these. I want to show you something real quick here. Got these as a belated birthday gift from my mother-in-law. So we're gonna have story time with Captain Foley some night, and hopefully you guys will join me. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it as an edited one or as a live one, but I've already done one with. A few years ago, it was a Kirk and Spock book, but she got me these. She got me the little golden books. So they got the I Am Captain Kirk. That's the pug, by the way. Too Many Tribbles. And I Am Mr. Spock. And these books are pretty cool. They got different scenes and stuff from certain episodes in them. And so we'll do a story time with Captain Foley some night, maybe, if you guys are interested in that. But these golden books, had a bunch of these growing up, but the Star Trek ones are super cool. So, ha! And then looking at the back of the book, I had some of these growing up. So there's the little red hen up there, the porky little puppy. What's that? A saggy baggy elephant. Saggy elephant. Scruffy the tugboat. Toodle. I had Toodle. I had this book when I was a kid. It's a train book, so I had that. Tawny, Scrawny Lion, The Shy Little Kitten, and The Little Red Caboose, which is another one that I had growing up. So, yeah, these little golden books are something that I think I will do a story time with Captain Foley. I don't know when. I don't know how it'll be, what format, whether it'll be live, it'll be edited, but I've already done one story time with Captain Foley before, like I said. I don't think, did I put that in its own playlist? I think I might have did its own playlist because I intended on doing more because I got all those books in the library that I want to read or show you some things out of at some point. Again, I need to also do that tour of the library, which I haven't got around to. I've just not been 100% myself lately, and I have zero ambition to do anything as far as filming goes. So that's why, and I apologize, guys. But put that over there. For all to comment, I was a diehard fireworks enthusiast as a kid, but I'm starting to think with the fires, their time has come and gone. Kids and adults are too dumb now to handle them. Uh, Shannon Murphy says Voyager J is laughable to be nothing wrong with the ship the way it is. Feed me Seymour. In theory, if Voyager did 5-year missions, it would most likely be Voyager AJ, not Voyager J. But I figured they model future Voyagers on long haul missions in honor of the journeys the original did. No, you don't get a 5-year mission. Oh, we need a new ship. The Enterprise was like 40 years old. I know they say the Enterprise is 20 years old. We feel her time is over. It's actually older than that. Because it went through Captain Robert April, who did, I think, 1 or 2 tours on it. Then you had Pike. I think he also did 1 or 2 tours. And then you had Kirk. And then the refit of it, which was still the original ship, basically. It's and there's also space between when a new ship comes out. So like, it could be 10, 15 years before you get the next ship. So the J makes... It's not a problem at all. It's just whenever they felt like slapping a new letter on and calling it the Voyager in honor of Voyager. So okay, let's see. I'm gonna not read every comment tonight. So Mintaka 3 have been observing the Mintakans, a race of Vulcan-like humanoids, with if the Romulan colonial colonize that planet on Picard. I wonder if the Romulans will colonize that planet on Picard season 2. Hey, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Richard says, I have ADHD. The increase in stimulus like that for me makes it worse. I guess different folks cope in different ways. Yeah, everybody copes differently with things. So, Fleetpaw Swiftback, $2. Puggy snores, cute as fuck, and a real mood lightener. I mean, you could say that. If they don't make a golden ribbon book for Voyager, I will be immensely disappointed. Sci-Fi Nation says they used to have the Sesame Street little golden books. Broken speaker. Also, the amount of fireworks injuries is on the rise. My friend who's a local EM dispatcher says they're up to 300% on firework-related injuries. My dad was a paramedic for 36 years, and some of the stuff he saw was just horrendous. And I don't mean just with fireworks, just he saw a lot of shit. He suffers from PTSD for sure. So anyway, Berlinda, I hope that the lighting is better now. Should be a little bit brighter. Plus I have things to look at now, so. Speaking of books, says J.L. Young, when I'm anxious, I focus on my writing. I mean, I used to do that. I started a novel back in my early 20s. Got about 3 chapters in, and I still haven't touched it since. That's just the nature of me. I also do all the script writing and stuff for Trekyards, which, speaking of, I do need to write a few scripts because we do need to film some. But again, it'll be like, oh, when do you want to film those? Tomorrow? Okay. So then I'll sit down in the morning and I'll knock like 2 or 3 out, and there's 3. I'm not one for like, I'm very much a procrastinator. I wait until like the day before, and then I think I do my best work. So video games are a good coping mechanism for me too. Feeling down, destroying noobs in Battlefield. Yeah, I considered actually playing one of the Battlefield games or Call of Duty before I did this live, but then I thought, I might do that after the live, but I do like talking to you guys, so I'll just come on here. And Fat Produce throws in $10, so thank you so much. The super chats are fantastic, guys. Speaking of, hit like. We have 50 likes. 50 likes in 34 minutes. Shit. We don't get 50 likes in 34 minutes sometimes during our regular lives at 5, so thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. I had an anxiety attack today, so I sympathize, Kat. My mother is facing terminal cancer combined with related stress, and difficult family members really got to me today. Hang in there, my good sir. thank you, and sorry to hear all that about your mother and stuff. But all the best. Hope everything goes well. Mark says, I enjoyed today's video on the shuttle. Yeah, when the John Eves unused concept designs. So there you go. Story time with, he found it. Fleet Paw's great. So yeah, there's the link for the other story time that I did, story time with Captain Foley. You hang in there. Okay, praying for your mom. Yes. Fat Produce says, thanks. Anxiety is just a bitch to wrangle. Terry Farley, weather and climate makes me gloomy, as in drought and heat. I love rain and clouds. Yeah, I mean, weather is a big part of it, but it was very nice today. It was actually very cool as well. So, Feed Me Seymour. Sorry, I misspoke with the 5-year mission thing. What I meant was Enterprise does 5-year missions, multiples of them, but I figured maybe Voyager does 70-year missions to Delta region. Just an idea. No, it absolutely wouldn't. You got to think that there's probably either transwarp or slipstream now. They did have the transwarp corridors in Discovery, which were cluttered with junk for some reason. But so the Voyager wouldn't have a specific mission profile as far as how many years it was going on. So yeah, we did a whole video on the Voyager J. We've actually done a few, but so I would check those out because we talk about that. EMTs really calling their heroes. You still in lockdown, says Mark Brennan. Yes, but now we're in phase 2. What's that mean? Restaurants are still closed, but the patios are open, so you can sit out in the sweltering heat of the day, and hopefully, if you're lucky, you'll be under an umbrella with shade. Or wherever you sit, the shade doesn't cover that part of the table, so you're out of luck. What else does it mean? Oh yeah, there's like camps for kids, or I don't fucking know. I don't really care. We should be in step 3 because all of our numbers are good for step 3 for vaccine numbers. So whatever. Yes, we're still in lockdown. Jonathan, I've been wondering, what equipment do you use for the VR for Star Trek Bridge Crew? Just the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 VR. Jadek says, I'm going to play a little Red Dead Redemption 2. If you're interested, you're welcome to join my posse and we can collect bounties. Cool. I haven't played that, actually. I downloaded it. I maybe played like an hour's worth of it, but it was a lot of walking horses through really deep snow. Because I'm playing the game, like the single player, and I'm like, all right, this is okay. I didn't pick it back up. It's still on the system, of course. I can still play it. I just have chosen not to at this point. So I'll maybe get into it again. Ramona Flowers is here. Good to see you. Hi, Captain. So happy I caught your live stream. Always enjoy hanging out with everyone here. Hoping the best for everyone. Thank you, Ramona. Same to you. Hopefully everything is well. Sending healing vibes to everyone on chat. Really need some new Trek video games. Hell, yes, we do. Of writing novels, Douglas Adams puts it best. I love deadlines, especially the whooshing sound they make as they go by. A true legend. Lost. Mark says, I loved the story time. That was an edited one, so I don't know if I should do a live one or not, but still not playing Bridge Crew until there's a Voyager DLC. If I ever have a PC, though, I suppose I could mod it. Good luck modding it. That would be pretty involved, especially if you want VR. I think people would have done it by now if they could. And there's no way you're going to get a Voyager DLC for that. I think they're done supporting the game. They need to make another one though. So, do I still play STO? Yes, but not as often as I'd like to. Fat Produce says, Cap, you should try a Star Trek Final Unity or Star Trek Borg game stream. I don't have a Star Trek Borg. I do have Star Trek Unity, but I have to get it working on the PC and figure out the streaming. And every time I stream anything from my PC, we've talked about this before, it goes highs and lows as far as quality goes, and I don't know why. So I hate people bitching and whining. Like I said last night, when the stream's fine and crystal clear and perfect, nobody says a goddamn thing. Nobody appreciates the good streams because a lot of them are fantastic all the way through. But the second you get a little bit of a hiccup or a lag, or everybody's like, Canadian internet. So I really hate that. That's a real pet peeve of mine. So I just gave up streaming from those until we can get like fiber internet that's more reliable and figure out what the fuck the problem is. But I want to get into that tonight. So Feed Me Seymour question: you win 1 million right now. What's the first thing you would buy and why? If I had my way, I would buy a Lamborghini Aventador because it's my dream car. But that's like $650,000, so it's kind of a waste of $1 million. Honestly, if I won just $1 million, I would pay off the house, I would pay off the cars, I would pay off all my credit cards, and I would just be debt free. That would be what I would do with $1 million, and I'd still have some left over. And I'd probably get the Camaro restored as well. Spend about $25,000-$30,000 on the Camaro just to get it fully restored from the frame up, and yeah, that's what I would do. Mark Lawrence, $5, checking in from Legoland, California. You take care, man. Good to see you, Mark. Thank you very much for the super chat, and enjoy Legoland. Shannon Murphy says, same. I'll procrastinate over a research paper thinking it's the end of the world, then I'll lay it and get an A. Mother gets her I told you so in. Oh, Fleet Paw put in Voyager J first look, Voyager J detailed look links, and Voyager J comparison. So he's got all the links covered for all the Voyager J stuff, so go watch those. Do you think Huntsman will allow an outside writer to create a series? I don't know. Probably not. Squadron Course says, I spent hours and hours figuring out the ship in my book, making everything fit with canon. Why can't the real shows do the same? Because they don't care. Simple answer. Fat Produce, by the way, one of the very first TNG novels, Ghost Ship, features cover art with the ship that's actually the 1970s Battlestar Galactica upside down as the Ghost Ship. Yep. No one will notice that. Everyone noticed that. Sorry. Matt Boardman, dang it. I can't stay, but just want to stop in and say hi real quick and leave a like. Send me a message anytime. You know I will, Matt. You know I will. Captain Shannon Murphy says, Kurtzman's intelligence, specifically his lack thereof, I'd probably say no. Feed Me Seymour, Chapter 1 of a single player on Red Death is just a ripoff of a Hateful Eight movie, but once you get past that chapter, the map is amazing. Okay, good to know. Multi-Gun Man, are you a PlayStation guy or an Xbox guy? PlayStation for the win until the PlayStation 5. I do have a PlayStation 5, but they really dropped the ball and let me down huge with the PlayStation 5. So I got a little bit of an issue with PlayStation now, but I'm still very much a PlayStation guy. Jedi Productions, Cap, can I do a shout out to all the Trekkies in the States? Happy 4th of July. Stay safe, stay happy, and from your allies down under, keep on rocking. He's, of course, in Australia, so there you go. Happy 4th of July from Joseph. Feed Me Seymour says, completed Red Dead Redemption in 5 days. I was addicted to the game. Jason Johansson, love your work and hope you feel better. Can the Borg assimilate the founders? Probably not. But thank you for saying you love our work. Even though we don't do any work, we just have fun. Squadra Course, been playing the new VR game called Domino. Kind of like playing the old Dungeons laptop game in VR. Lots of fun with friends. Cryptic Spider-Man throws in $1. Thank you so much for the super chat. Means a lot, guys. It really does. Also hitting like. We were at 64 likes with 52 people here. All right. I know. I didn't expect this many likes, but when I got a number like 64 looking at me, another six likes. Oh, now I got 66. So now there's 4 likes to get to 70 would be great. So if you can, and you haven't hit that like button, please do. Joseph Barbado, who's knocking Canadian internet? We have the worst internet infrastructure in the world here in the US. So hope it was nobody from here. Oh yeah, it's a lot of people. And considering where I live in Canada, we have one of the best internets. We have the best internet infrastructure around. However, my particular street, because Rogers maintains the lines, because they're Rogers lines, and they were put in like fucking forever ago, they suck. So they are bringing in fiber into the area soon. So we'll just get that all cleared out because all the lines here are crap. They've just gone to hell. But Open Maw Productions puts in $17.01. I see what you did there. Thank you. I missed the opening of the stream, but I hope whatever has you anxious comes to a pass soon. Speaking of Trek games, do you have a favorite Trek game? Klingon Academy was probably my favorite. Favorite Trek game, there's... If I could throw one in right now and play... I hate these what's your favorite questions because there's so many great ones that inevitably I'll miss one or I will change my mind in like 3 minutes. But honestly, the one that I kind of go to is Starfleet Command Volume 2. It was kind of the pinnacle of the Starfleet Command series. It's very much like Starfleet Battles, the tabletop game, just on a computer, and it's fun. It is what I like in ship combat. That being said, I also like the Armada games, Elite Force, Bridge Commander, Bridge Crew, now in VR, is fantastic. But all Star Trek games kind of have their flaws. Like, Star Trek isn't ideal for gaming in a lot of ways. Even STO, it's like, you could do so much more with STO. So... Yeah, sorry, I'm just ignoring you guys. That's what I'm doing. Trying to pick something else here. Set as screensaver. There we go. So yeah, I hate picking a favorite of anything like that, but honestly, Starfleet Command Volume 2 has got to be up there as one of the best ones, in my opinion. Fat Produce, here in rural Missouri, if the internet slows down, I have to whip the mule outside to get the mill that powers the internet to work faster. That's great. Multi-Gunman, if I won $1 million, I'd buy a 1971 Plymouth Cuda convertible with a Hemi. John Bates says, hey, Cap. Hey, John. Bryce says, want to try microdosing LSD or similar. Read it helps lots for depression, anxiety. Try CBD, but didn't notice much. It is experience, and I tested +4 THC, and luckily my probation officer didn't find out. Michael says, you want bad internet, come to Las Vegas. We've still got DSL only in some places, and they still want $60 a month for it. Well, fuck me sideways. Would not have expected that from Las Vegas. Fleet Pause, send Matt a message and he'll have a chicky nuggets from McDonald's in 20 minutes or so. I'm just trying to think if a cheeseburger would cheer me up right now, and probably not. It just make me feel fat. Lockbeard says, I have played around with the idea of for a series idea. It's about Picard and some Borg action. It would be something like season 9 before founder assimilation would be a thing. And founder assimilation would be a thing. Feed me Seymour question. What food from your childhood, whether something a family member used to make or a food product that used to be sold but discontinued, did you used to enjoy a lot? Honestly, my Nana's mashed potatoes were fucking phenomenal. Made by hand, obviously. She peeled them, she whipped them, she used a beater blender thing to whip. So it was like whipped potatoes. It was fucking so good. And my mom's coleslaw. Nothing can beat my mom's coleslaw. Um, Other than that, there's probably a lot of foods that are just discontinued now that I absolutely love and miss. But Ziad says, "Do I have anxiety disorder?" Yes, and clinical depression. Yay! Yay for me. Fat Proteus actually stopped smoking pot lately as it increased my anxiety and leads me to dwell on stressful things far too much. Yep, that happens to me when I smoke weed too. I get very paranoid and I definitely dwell on things that I shouldn't. Um, Fat Proteus, Star Trek does best at point and click adventure games, in my opinion. Feed me Seymour, would you watch a series of Trek based around Enterprise C, kind of a prequel to TNG with young Picard on Stargazer? I would watch. I want to watch something from. I want them to make something from the Lost Era. Yes. Enterprise C, not necessarily. An Ambassador class, absolutely. Picard on the Stargazer, not so much. I don't think I would be interested in that very much. Joseph Barbato, Secret of Vulcan Fury. Fuck yes. Why was that game never made? Fuck them. They had all the original voice actors' lines recorded. I did a video on it. God damn it. Fleet Pop, pull that up. That is one of my favorite captain's logs. I put so much time and effort into that captain's log. It's still like my best work as far as I'm concerned. But the Secret of Vulcan Fury video game that never happened, my God. Matt Boardman, who's probably not here anymore, he wants to bring the game back. I mean, like I said, all the recordings of all the original voice actors are there. The story idea is there, written by DC Fontana. Fantastic idea for a video game. The graphics were phenomenal for the time. They can make them even better now. Somebody, please, make The Secret of Vulcan Fury. Ziad says, all I can say is that even today, use removed from the last time I ever took any anxiety medicine, and my brain is still trying to restructure, create new connections. Yeah, I haven't been on any medication for my depression or anxiety for probably about 3 or 4 years now. I'm treatment resistant, so I'll take something. It'll take a while to kick in, obviously, and then it works for maybe a month, and then my body gets used to it and it stops working. So they change it up, and so I was just sick and tired of it. So I kind of self-manage now, just with unhealthy things like eating, staying up late, getting no sleep, sitting on a couch, being depressed. But yeah, it's fine. I wish that pill from Limitless was a thing, right? I know. Sci-Fi Nation says, I'd like to see Bethesda try to do a Trek game. Squadron Course, doing character renders while watching the stream. Maxed out CPU. Probably won't follow if your internet was bad today. LOL. Fat Produce says, Cap, I think you would greatly enjoy the Mass Effect trilogy quite a bit, the Legendary Edition specifically. Yeah, I was told to buy it and I wanted to. I just haven't got around to it yet. So, Derek, I decided to give up alcohol for a year, stopped being fun, and was messing with my head anxiety-wise. Cryptic Spider-Man, why is it that merchandise in Star Trek is close to non-existent? That's a very good question. I don't know, and it upsets me actually. I wish that there were Discovery toys. What? Why would I don't mind Discovery, and there's a lot of figures I would like. I would love Tilly's figure in my bed. I'd get a little Tilly action figure. I'd get a Stamets, a Lorca, you know. Yeah, I would love some of the action figures. I think that'd be great. Open Maw Productions, an ideal Trek to me would be something that in the style of Mass Effect, story driven, character driven, and with action exploration. And it would take a really good writing team, though. Mark says, I saw that video, loved it. Fleet Paw probably hates me for making him get all the links, but I appreciate it, Fleet Paw. You're awesome. Fat Produce, I love a mid for Mass Effect 3 that gives a great ending. Thought they did redress the ending after the initial release. They greatly improved it. Submanga says, would you rather spend a week as a guest aboard Deep Space Nine, Voyager, or the Enterprise D? Enterprise D. Wait a minute. Maybe DS9. Hang out at Quarks, go to the holosuites. Maybe DS9. James McD, Cap, I just read that they have canceled most of the fall fairs around here in the Niagara area. People are so scared to be people again. It makes me sad. Bryce says, how many bars, observation lounges does the Enterprise E and D have? Do they all have bartenders and servers? Must be mostly all the time. Suck to work in 9 forward where everyone else is in 10 forward. Well, 9 forward is a deck above 10 forward, and that's Picard's quarters. Picard's quarters are on the very leading edge of the saucer. It's those windows that do this right above 10 forward. So his quarters are directly above 10 forward. So there is no 9 forward. There are other bars and stuff around the ship, yes. Whether they're manned by bartenders all the time, I don't know. They don't have to be. There's replicators there, so So I don't think so. Fleetpod did share the link for the Secret of Vulcan Fury Captain's Log. I highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, you click that link, open it in a new tab, and watch it after this live is over. I think you'll enjoy it. Patrick says, Cap, how would you feel about a Dark Souls style RPG game set on a Galaxy class ship in Star Trek? I think that'd be cool, actually. There's a lot to catch up on here. I'm way behind. Might skip a few, so bear with me if I do. Nothing personal. What actually helped my anxiety was ASMR videos, although I don't get this tingle feeling they talk about, but I find certain sounds soothing and calming in my mind. Yeah, ASMR is a fun little thing. Some of the ASMR people are really good, and every now and then I experience that tingle that they're talking about. But I love listening to like the whispering, and not so much the sounds like the. But Bethesda did Star Trek Tactical Assault on Nintendo DS, I think. Whoever asked it, Bethesda made Star Trek Legacy. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Michael says, I was a paramedic for 18 years. I've managed to avoid PTSD from the work, but I've picked up a nice case of major depressive disorder. Ketamine infusions has shown wonderful results, however. Well, thank you for your service. Like I said, my dad was a EMT or a paramedic for 36 years, so he's got some stories. Feed me Seymour. As weird as it sounds, I could watch hours of vacuuming. Something about the noise soothes my brain. The pug would not agree with you. The pug thinks the vacuum is a demon. It's the demon vacuum. Right? You like barking at it. That and the lawnmower. Thunderstorms, yeah, I agree, Shannon. Those are great. Fleet process. I don't hate you. It's my job to assist during the lives. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. DS9. People saying DS9 would be good. What's the Enterprise D's main shuttle bay? I know what we did with the Stage 9 stuff, and it was fantastic. Love to see it on screen, though. So Picard is above 10 forward. Kind of explains a lot. Does it? Squadron Course, $2. Still kind of broke, but really appreciate Trekyards. If you're broke, do not super chat. But thank you. I appreciate the super chat at the same time. We've had 2 really slow months, so I'm kind of tight as far as funds go, too. But you know, once the new Trek starts up, hopefully things will pick up again. So, Joseph says I can go for a new Elite Force game. Yes, I think we all could. Planty 1, 2, skip a few 99. Planty's comment. Yes, yes. I will always read Planty's comments. Hot take: Walter Koenig's best role was Bester on Babylon 5. Jad Productions. I miss the low rumble of the diesel engine as it powers the boats, and the vibration is just so soothing. It's kind of like the Enterprise D's ambient sound. That you can play it. You can play the warp core sound for like 12 hours or whatever on YouTube. Also, just the ambient sound of the ship. It's great. How do 4 nacelles work in comparison to 2 nacelles? We talked about this. Fleet Paw. We talked about this in our look at the Constellation class, which is like the Stargazer. Basically, those are long-range explorers. So the nacelles can be used in pairs, either across or diagonally. But because you have 4 of them, you only really need 2 at a time. So you can trade off using which ones. It extends the life of your warp cores dramatically because you can swap out. You can use these 2 if you want. You can move down to this one. Use the bottom 2. Use these ones. They can also be used as hot standby in case of emergency, especially in a battle. If one goes out, you can just quickly swap. But yeah, that's how 4 nacelles seem to work. Same with 3 nacelle designs. People are like, the pairs rule. You can't. Fuck. You can, because you still got line of sight between the middle nacelle and the other one. So you can swap out, just use 2 of them, the middle one and the side one. Or you can use the main one, like I said, on hot standby as needed in case of emergency. So that was a lot of this going on. So I apologize. EMTs are badass motherfuckers. Nothing smells better than the desert sagebrush after a thunderstorm, yet no storms this summer. Damn. Sci-Fi Nation. When I can't sleep due to insomnia, which is quite often, I'll put on a dark screen with thunderstorm found on YouTube. It usually helps. Yes, thunderstorms really help me sleep as well. The sound, I just love it. Especially when you don't have to worry about leaks. Like if your basement's being flooded or if your roof's leaking or something. So, did my message send without me finishing it? My bad. It happens sometimes. Cryptic says, I hate when Eagle Moss ships have uneven nacelles. It really fucks with me. Yeah, I'm a big stickler for nacelles being straight and aligned properly. I hate when they're a little bit saggy, one saggy, or whatever. I hate that. Bryce says, I have the great from front, but was disappointed that unlike the other QMX badges, it's not solid, but is hollow. What the fuck? I have the great from front. What? They also have TOS and TNG ambient bridge noises. Yes, absolutely. Feed me Seymour. So the Star Trek Voyager beach towel, it has a silhouette of 709 and a quote, I am often amused by human behavior. For a beach towel, it's 3 pounds. Oh, you don't say. Is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, I am often amused by human behavior. Is that the beach towel you're talking about with the Voyager up there? Is that the one? That's the one. Yeah. It came in the loot crate. Actually, came in one of the Star Trek mission crates from Loot Crate. So that's way far away from me now. There we go. So is that the one, Feed Me Seymour? Yeah, of course it is. I got you. I got you. Mark says, do you have any plans in the future to make a video on the ships of Wolf 359? Yes, we would like to for sure. Shake weight. Yeah. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions are ambient sound videos for pretty much all of Star Trek ships and engineering areas. Fat Produce, one of my go-to de-stressing YouTube genres is historical videos about warships, submarines, and cruise liners on YouTube, which is random since I'm a landlubber. Bill 4393, hi, Stuart Foley. Did you see the huge USS Enterprise Connie on Playmobil? Will you be getting it? I have seen it. I'm not interested in getting it, I don't think. I got a lot of Connies. I don't know if I need it anymore. Smart Smears, can't believe a year ago I hadn't seen an episode of Trek, and now I'm getting impatient waiting for the new seasons while catching up on TNG. If I told Mike McMahon he did this to me, I'm sure he'd be happy. Shannon Murphy, nacelles needing to be aligned. That's my relationship with picture frames. The level is my mind. Yeah, I'm the same way. Okay, gotta go, Cap. I'm getting ready for games tonight. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Good luck, Joseph. Have fun. Is it hypercritical for flat earthers to watch Star Trek? Hell to the yes. And I actually know one or two flat earthers that watch Star Trek, and when you ask them about it, they're like, oh, it's just like any other piece of fiction. I can enjoy it because it's fiction. It's fine. It's like, oh, well, you're an idiot. Okay. Kind of broke just means I can only do a few super chats. But don't worry, Squadra Course. Man. Parn dude, if I magically appeared on Voyager, I'd be incredibly depressed from being utterly useless. Feed Me Seymour, I looked at Eagle Moss New Line. They have an image on their website for Discovery upgraded. I'm curious how they will do the nacelles. They'll probably just have them attached, honestly. But if they do detach them, it'll just be like a clear piece of plastic, either a clear pin, or like a clear little sleeve around it. Yep, that's the beach towels. Mark says, I like the video you did on the New Orleans class. The Narlands class. Thank you. Shannon Murphy, I found that the hull Voyager makes the groaning sound when under duress, flying through transwarp or a binary pulsar, for example. It's interesting. You hear that with all the ships, though, whenever there's something like that. Bryce, how come nobody markets soundboards for the QMX magnetic comm badges? Used to be everywhere for the old military style pin badges. They can't be that hard to make if you know the basic electronics. Fat Produce says, I've got to head to bed. Thanks for hopping online. I really needed this today. Have a kick-ass night and live long and prosper. Well, thank you. I'm glad I could help. What's the difference between the normal warp scale and transwarp? Transwarp accesses a level of subspace that warp doesn't. Fleetpaw. We did a video on transwarp. It's a fact files on transwarp drive specifically, but it tells you in that fact file video, which is like 8 minutes long, it's not very long, how transwarp works and the subspace or the subspace layer that it uses to travel. So Submanga, wish we could have seen more of Captain Rachel Garrett. She would have been a fun series to watch. The Junkman is here. The Captain, best non-regular Enterprise crew member on TNG. Best non-regular crew member on TNG. Robin Leffler. She's something, all right. Actually, I have to say Chief O'Brien because he eventually becomes a regular on DS9, so. Plarn Dude. Every time I see Plarn Dude, I think it's Planty. I want to learn Alcar's interface. I don't understand how anybody does anything on their systems in Star Trek. Right? Bill 4393 Stewart, did you see or hear anything about the new Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts, a Beast Wars movie? Plus, there's a Transformers Kingdom Netflix Beast Wars series end of next month. Yes, I'm looking forward to both of those. And did you know Peter Cullen is back as Optimus Prime for the Rise of the Beast? And guess who's playing Optimus Primal? It should be Gary Chalk, but no, it's Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman is going to be the voice of Optimus Primal. Right? What the hell? Anyway, yes. Oshi Games, do you have any opinions on Riker's Luna class USS Titan showing up in lower decks? Luna class is my favorite ship, so I thought it was pretty cool. We thought it was fucking amazing to see it. If you go watch our review of that, we absolutely love that. So we also did a video on the Luna class from lower decks, and we also did a video before that on the Luna class with the designer of the ship, Sean Turinjo. So there's a lot more videos for Fleetpod to go find. Oh, Redneck Level, they're 22, $5. Greetings from the center of the gay universe in Chicago. Thank you for always being inclusive. I appreciate that. Anytime, my friend. And as I said, I'm visiting Chicago the end of September. One of the last 2 weeks of September. We're not sure on the dates yet, but if you guys want to meet up, I will try to do some kind of Trekyards hangout or meet up. I think that'd be really fun. Get to meet some people from the area that are Trekyards fans and supporters. That would be fantastic. I would love to meet you guys. So I'll let you know more details once they become available. And my anxiety's gone, by the way, guys. So I appreciate that. So, Barn Dude, I'm disabled. I'm sure an away team would be a great opportunity to be a sacrificial red shirt, though. Trekyard ASMR. Yeah. Joshua Faro, would a Star Destroyer be able to destroy the Enterprise 1701D? No, it would not. Sci-Fi Nation, in a two-part TNG episode with Hugh and Lore, they said that 20% faster using a transwarp corridor. Gregory Waters, hey Captain. Hello, Gregory. Planty, you've got a Tribble. Sam, yourself, Precious, but no Dot. Stuffy back there. Well, I mean, this is a little one. This is like Precious here. And this is the pug, but it's little, like Dot. Well, I need a Chihuahua then. I need a Chihuahua plushie. Nobody's got me a Chihuahua plushie. Plus, it would have to have the same markings as Dot, so I'll think about getting one. Joseph Barbato, I wonder if we can get a Secret of Vulcan Fury crowdfunded. That'd be cool. Right. Mark, plus Chief O'Brien is Starfleet's most important person. That Junkman, Dan, you got me. I don't know who Robin whoever is. I will say Barkley. Barkley's a great one. Barkley's a good call out. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions, what I want is a Trek anthology fan series set from 2162 to 2199. I am working on an idea for a fan film that is history driven, but who knows? Might not come about. That's the spirit. Don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. The phone hates me. Could you imagine the Enterprise as a transformer? Yes. Tiberius Maximus from the IDW Transformers and the animated series Star Trek crossover comics. The TOS Enterprise transforms into a robot, Tiberius Maximus. Plus, a lot of people have done models or kit bashes of. There's one of the Enterprise E that's a transformer. Yeah, there's some cool ones out there. Open Maw Productions. Oh, wait a minute. Phoebe Seymour. If I could get a pick of TNG character to appear on season 4 of Discovery, it would be Wesley Crusher, having Will mimicking Riker's beard. Will Wheaton on Discovery as an out-of-time Wesley would be interesting. Could do with the Traveler as well. Lockbeard. If Voyager did not return after Admiral Janeway's criminal violation, what year would transwarp be available to Starfleet? I don't know. I'd have to do math and think, and do neither of those things well. Open Mop Productions. Any plans to cover some more of the Starfleet Museum ships? Yes. Fleetpaw Swiftback. There's a link. There's another link. There's another link. Good job, Fleetpaw. Cryptic. If you were to put Kirk against Anakin Skywalker, who would win? Kirk, if you had a phaser, just kill him at a distance. I know I could do the force thing though, and force stop the phaser beam. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I like a model of the Seed Vault in season 3 of Discovery. Yeah, that would be interesting actually. Squadron Course. There's a thing about transwarp in one of the tech manuals that says 5 times. Maybe it depends on if you are using the extending conduit or making a new one. Maybe. And Mark says, it's Toupeter. It is. It's Toupeter. Here he is. He's a good little toupee. Plant Dude. Dune Space Words are hard. Dune Spacing Guild versus the Borg. Who wins? Probably the Borg. Joseph Barbato. What? How do you not know who Robin Leffler, my fellow chat friend? It's Ashley Judd. Because that junk man is a Star Wars guy, not a Star Trek guy. He knows some Star Trek, but he doesn't know the minutiae of Star Trek. So that's why. Bryce, I agree. The desert after a rainstorm smells great. It actually did rain here 2 nights in Phoenix, Arizona. Unfortunately, I just got my new astronomy binoculars and it's been cloudy all week. Figures. Bill says, have you gotten your Enterprise D Eagle Moss build yet? Nope. Funny thing is, she messaged me on Friday morning and said, is it there yet? And I'm like, nope. And then she sends me another one back saying, it says it was delivered. Here's a screenshot. And it says it's delivered. Has the right address, everything. Was never on my front step. And we don't have a problem with porch pirates around here. There are not people stealing packages. That's not a thing, really. So, and it would have been a big box. So I messaged her back and said, I don't know what to tell you. I never received it. So we'll see how she deals with that. Because like I said, I don't like the new Eagle Moss rep. So we'll see how it goes. Feed me Seymour. Season 4 of Discovery, Owen Wilson turns out as Mobius from the TVA and resets the timeline. Gregory Waters. Opinions on the Discovery Season 3 Wonka Vader Turbolift. Oh my fucking Christ. I fucking hate it. I hate everything about it. Nothing about it makes sense. Fleetpaw. There's a video about the Turbolift caverns, or hashtag Planet Turbolift, that we did. So go put the link for that. That's my opinions on it in that video. Define Mr. Freedom Productions. I had to sans the Borg invasion of 2381 because Starfleet lost 40% of its forces in it, plus the losses they were recovering from the Dominion War and the upcoming synth Mars attacks. Not giving up. Now, Captain, what about that raise? You wish, Fleetpaw. Stuart, have you watched The Tomorrow War on Amazon Prime yet? It's a sci-fi movie with Chris Pratt. Yes, I watched it today, and it's phenomenal. Very good movie. Bryce, I listen to those ambient Trek warp core noises to sleep too, or rainstorm noises. Sometimes Discworld or other sci-fi audiobooks. Can't sleep when quiet. D-Boy Max 1, what franchise you want to see crossover with Star Trek? Nothing. Nothing needs to crossover with Star Trek. That being said, make it Quantum Leap. Feed me, Seymour. Imagine Skywalker trying to force choke Kirk with Kirk overreacting to the reaction. Skywalker walks off, bored as Shatner still overacting his death. Cryptic. So can the chat get a promotion? The chat, you're all promoted. You're all going to get 20% more than I was paying you yesterday. Expect to see that in your bank accounts tomorrow. Sci-Fi Nation, you should send a screenshot of the empty porch back to her, Captain. I should. Fleetpaw. Oh, here this is the vid it's in. Bryce says the SDF Macross in Robotech was sort of a transformer. Giant miles long starship changes into a giant robot, LOL, because That is handy. Squadra course, they have transwarp during TMP. It just doesn't work, presumably because they didn't know how to build transwarp coils. Joseph Barbato, oh boy, Turbolift City. Squadra course, my guess would be that Starfleet would resume work on transwarp after Voyager returned with more info about how to make it work. Yeah, probably. The Multi-Gunman, Trekyards. What's a really good non-Trek RPG game for the PS3? My God, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, my man. Mark says, thanks for the raise, Captain. No problem. Planty, ooh, that's like 120% raise for me then. Like I said, you get a different kind of raise. Bill, 4393. Stuart, did you like seeing the Abomination fighting Wong? What? Did you like seeing the Abomination fighting Wong in the Shang-Chi trailer? I have no idea what any of that meant, so no. Gregory Waters, Fleet Paw, thanks. Richard says, at the end of all good things, what do you think Q was going to whisper Picard's ear before saying, you'll find out? That he becomes an android. Jonathan, I know you sometimes watch CTV Sci-Fi. I miss the heyday when it was still space, the Imagination Station. What are your feelings on it? I think CTV Sci-Fi is fucking garbage, and it's a stupid name. Actually, the programming is not that much different than space, but space made a lot more sense. And the show Inner Space, for Christ's sakes, you know, AJ Fry, Teddy Wilson, and Morgan Hoffman, awesome hosts for that show. Great sci-fi and fantasy stuff every day at 6:00. And to top it all off, Trekyards was on Inner Space twice. Ha, ha. After the first time, they came to my house. They did the interview here. Fleet Paw, go look that up. Trekyards on Inner Space. There's 2 videos because we were on twice. Anyway, after the first one, we're like, you know, we could do another one on our Fleet Yard show if you guys want. And they're like, no, we don't double dip like that. Like, you know, once you've been on the show, maybe in a year and a half or something like that, we'll consider maybe getting you back on, but we don't do that. Well, that sucks. And then 4 months later, I get an email from them. Would you like to be on the show again? And I'm like, yeah, because like New Discovery had started, so they wanted my opinion. And they're like, this time, instead of us coming to your place, why don't you come to the studio? So the second time I was in the studio with AJ Fry, I met AJ Fry, I met Morgan Hoffman, and Teddy Wilson unfortunately was away, but they all got a Trekyards comm badge, and I got my picture taken with them. And of course I was on the air with AJ Fry, so there's that video as well. If you guys haven't seen us on network television, that's us twice. Andromeda Ascendant versus Battlestar Galactica and Pegasus. Who wins? Battlestar Galactica and Pegasus. Cryptic Spider-Man. Hell yeah, now we're getting paid 2,000 units a week. Simon. There's a lot of controversy over the Porsche Taycan Turbo using turbo in its name, considering it's electric. Porsche invented the turbo lift. Confirmed. Bryce. Disco's Seed Vault ship was tiny. At least from the outside, looked bigger on the inside than outside would allow for. Either shitty design or the use of the TARDIS tech in the future ship they found in Enterprise. Yes, Enterprise Season 2, Episode, past tense. Yeah. Nah, it's just because they're stupid and they don't know how to design shit. Plarn dude. I want the Deny explorers to explore all sci-fi and fantasy universes. I love imagining a Deny observation satellite linking near DS9 and hailing ops. Here's Fleet Paw. Inner Space Podcast. Inner Space Short. Inner Space again. Oh. Lockbeard says, who do I gotta fuck to get my Star Trek series produced? Alex Kurtzman, he'll help you out, man. Yep, he'll help you out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Joshua Farrow, you always make great videos. Hope you have a good night. Thank you so much. I don't always make great videos, but I appreciate the kind words, although slightly misguided. But thank you. Yeah, Fleet Paw, you're really working overtime today. Mucho, mucho appreciato. Let's see what we got here. We're at 85 minutes. This is a short live. I'm going to call it quits. This totally cheered me up. This totally got my mind off my anxiety. Hopefully when I go back downstairs after 10 minutes, I'm not knee deep in it again, but this really did help. So I want to thank you guys. This was a fun live. It didn't start out so great because I was kind of blah, but you guys, of course, cheered me up, and I really, 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 really appreciate that. You guys are fantastic, and thank you so much for helping me out. So anyway, guys, until next time, she's Precious the pug. She's like, I hate you. I'm gonna come here. They want to say goodbye to you. Come here. Come here. Oh, yep. Oh, she's like, I'm sleeping. Dad, what are you doing? There. They want to say goodbye to you. She's like, I was just literally sleeping a second ago. I'm still sleeping. They're gonna say goodbye. They're gonna say goodbye. Good night, too precious. All right. Good night, guys. Maybe my pug can cheer me up. Oh, yeah, he's tired. They're all tired, too. They're going to go to bed. Thank you. All right, guys. See you later.